Hi guys, this is Paige. This is my daughter.
Hi.
Okay, so we have been thinking all day what we're gonna do. Again, thank you so much, Kathy, for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. So each week I'm always trying to figure out what can I do, what's new. I feel like sometimes I'm repeating things, but there's new people on, so that's also okay. But I just finished so in December, I finished my 21-day plant-based. And in January, I finished my 21-day raw, right?
Yep.
So I am feeling good. Paige was with me
Yep.
every step of the way. My whole family is involved. My mother, my aunts, everybody is on a 21-day cleanse of some sort on some part of Wakana's phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3. And so I always want to make sure that I'm keeping in line with what we're doing. So because I'm on the post regimen, I wanted to do something that we can, that they can't really do because it's baked, but if you guys are on your post regimen, you're really gonna enjoy this. So now I go to the grocery store and what do I find? I need snacks, right? We're watching TV, I want snacks. I'm doing work, I want snacks. But these snacks are like $6, $7. It's just crazy for just little snacks. And I will finish the whole bag in one setting, regardless of how many servings it is. So I wanted to find a way that I can do it on my own. And so Paige and I went to the grocery store today. So we're gonna make some baked kale chips. And aren't they good, Paige?
Yes, I love them. I've had so many already.
Right. So this is like our third batch because we've been eating them as we go. But then I don't feel like I'm full with them, so they're great. So let's get right into it. What we take for this is we're gonna have kale. This is washed, it's dried. We just dried it with a paper towel. We have carrots. Okay, so that's not really right. So we did the kale. That's what we're gonna start with, and then we're gonna infuse it with the Wakana products, and then we're gonna show you how we did that. And the reason why I said that this is not really true because don't you know we have like a bunch of, what is this, you guys? We have a bunch of pulp that we don't know what to do with. Well, when I point to these products, it's because I'm using the pulp. Now, I juiced all this morning for my mother. About how many hours?
Oh my gosh, like 3 hours.
Like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We were juicing for my mother because she's on her last week of the cleanse. And then I said, give me your pulp and I'm gonna use it in this infusion tonight. So what we did is we took fresh kale and we cleaned it, and then we're just gonna take it off the stem. So we're just gonna brush it up like this, take the stems off, and then what you're gonna be left with is like the little leaves, right? We're gonna break those apart, not too small, but just enough to have kind of like bite-sized pieces of this, right?
Yeah.
So this is so much fun. And then what we did is we added it to a bowl. So we have some here, so we're not gonna mix this with this, but we just added it to a bowl. And then what did we add, Paige? We just happen to have some raspberry vinaigrette. So the ingredients in this is red wine vinegar, white flour, honey, and raspberry. That's it. So there's no other ingredients in here. There's no added anything. That's just what it is. And so we try to find the most natural or organic products we can. So what I did is I just took this kale, dropped it in a bowl, added some of this vinegar to it, right? And then I just mixed it. So Paige, you can mix it. You can show them how we mix it. We washed our hands, and then we're just mixing it, right?
Yep.
And then what we did is we took some of the pulp. Now this is, as you can see, we juiced in segments. So some of it has kale in it. I kind of left that over here. This has ginger, it has lemon, it has carrots, it has celery. And then, so we're just gonna take some and then we're gonna sprinkle it in our mixture or whatever you call it, right? We're just gonna sprinkle some in it, but we're not done yet. Remember, it's a little wet because of the vinaigrette. Then we are going to, you can choose what you want. My chili lime is my favorite. So we can use chili lime, you can use garlic fire. Remember, it's a snack, so there's how many varieties of snacks on the market.
Yep.
And you're just gonna add some of that to your mixture.
Mix it up.
Mix it up. I just really got fancy with it. I added cheese. So I've got vegan cheese, right? So I just took a piece of the vegan cheese. And I took a grater and so like the smaller one, and I just put some of this in it and I'm just grating it, right?
Yeah.
Gonna have some of that in it. And then I took some pecans, and then we're gonna grate that, right? Because we fancy, right? So we're gonna grate that. And if you look at that, Paige, show them that. Show them how that looks in the inside.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
Looks
it's
great.
not, you're not getting big pieces. You're just kind of getting the grated parts of it. So if you guys can see that. And then we're just gonna mix it up, get all of the sides and everything. And then what we're gonna do is we have a pan that has, you know, these little silicone linings on it. Paige, come on, so you can put some on here.
All right.
And then we're just gonna plate it on here. And we can't forget the star of the show. So a star of our show is Wakana Culinary Oil. Remember, we already put the chili lime in there, so it's already infused. But then you can use your water soluble, you can use your culinary oil. I don't like to waste, so I'm not gonna put it in there and risk some of it being on the sides. So what I can do is, okay, come on, a little bit faster. We're just gonna do one more lime, and then, so that's good. And so what I'm gonna do is just take my culinary oil, and then I'm just gonna take a couple of drops, and I'm gonna add it to each one of these. When I add 3 drops of the Wakana culinary oil, which is 500 milligrams, that computes to 5 milligrams per chip. So this is more than a serving size, especially as 5 milligrams are going to be on each chip. I mean, on each, kale chip. Okay. So 3 drops on each. Okay. And then we are going to put it in the oven. Where's my oven? I don't know. I'm just gonna grab this. So we are going to put it in the oven. I already have some kale chips that have been in the oven because remember, this is like our 6th batch today, and they are crispy. I'm just gonna add them to here, to some kale chips that we already have. They're crispy and they're hot. Remember to make sure that your oven isn't over 350 degrees or you're going to tarnish your CBD. And we don't want to do that because that is definitely the star of the show. So remember, we've got the balsamic vinegar, we've got the Wakana chili lime, and then what we have in the end is some kale chips. They're kind of hot.
They are hot.
They are hot, right.
They're hot.
So here we go, Paige and I, we're gonna watch a movie. She is hanging out with me tonight. Oh, one more thing I forgot to show you guys is I went to the grocery store and then they have these sea salt flakes and they're in different flavors. It's like wild mushroom, garlic, smoked hickory, and natural. And so I just put a little bit of that on top of the kale chips just so they can have a little bit of salt or whatever. And that's it. So here you go, guys. We've got kale chips, and we use some of our pulp, and we use 2 of our Wakana products. And so, you know, don't go to the store and buy all those expensive things if you don't, unless you're just, you know, you don't have time for it. You can make them by yourself and have it infused with Wakana products. So that's it for us.
Awesome. I love that. I am a cheapy person myself. I know what you mean. Those kale chips cost an arm and a leg for an itty bitty tiny bag. And those look great. You can make them healthy and delicious. That looks wonderful. You guys look beautiful. Oh, thank you so much.